This past semester, our students have been studying the gospel-centered life. What does that mean? What is the gospel? And why we as Christians believe that the gospel is center of our faith and why we should focus on it all our days. And this past week, we finished up that series by studying forgiveness. And we focused in on the parable of the unforgiving servant found in Matthew 18. And in this story, we have a servant to a king who owes his king upwards of $6 billion in today's amount, something that he could not possibly pay back. And the king, in response, seeks to throw him in jail as punishment. But before that happens, the servant begs for forgiveness, and the king, in his mercy, relents and offers him mercy, pays his debt. And then, after the servant leaves the palace, he goes and finds a colleague who owes him pennies in comparison and exacts vengeance on him for this other servant's debt. And when Jesus told this parable to his disciples, the two main points he wanted to get across was, one, to just explain the sheer gap, the massive debt that we owe to our God. Because of our sin, there's this big gap between us and Him that we cannot possibly fix ourselves, that we cannot overcome ourselves. And that is why we need Jesus. That is why He came and lived for us, died for us, and rose again for us. And then the second reason is so that when we consider others who have done us wrong, we can consider the forgiveness that we have experienced from our own God and seek to be like Christ to them and offer forgiveness to the others. And even though forgiveness is not an easy thing, we can't snap our fingers and all of a sudden feel ready to forgive others, Christ encourages us that because of the forgiveness that we have received and experienced ourselves, we know that repentance and forgiveness with others is also possible.